How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Black Metal Rebellion. Back cap. Backwards cap for this video. And some wings, apparently. Today is going to be a Nerd Corner video without me being in the Nerd Corner, because it's completely piled up with laundry that needs to be sorted. Been out all day with the wife. We ended up going to see Black Panther, so I'm going to be doing a Black Panther review. And this is going to be a spoiler-ridden one, so if you're not looking forward to any spoilers and you haven't seen the movie yet, maybe go see it first and then come see this. So let's get into it. It was a really good movie. There's a lot of action sequences, a lot of cool fight scenes, really cool technology presented there within. Lots of conflict between T'Challa and the villains and his tribes people and the nation of Wakanda. A lot of people fighting over what happens with the vibranium. He's challenged about 3 times in the movie for the throne. There's some good stuff and there's some bad stuff with this movie. I'm just gonna get right into what I didn't really like about it. That's because I feel it was a waste of the characters, and that is the death of, skip ahead if you don't want to hear this, but the death of fucking Ulysses Claw, for one. Like, I was like really pissed off when Killmonger just shot him in the face or whatever off screen, and you just get left to assume that he's dead. So they killed off Ulysses Claw, and like, what? Why would you do that? He's an excellent villain. He could have been utilized a lot more. And if you've read the comics or just watched the Variant Comics YouTube channel and seen Ulysses Claw's kind of origin and kind of story, you know that he eventually becomes like a living embodiment of sound and has this like crazy suit with this giant like audio cannon arm that isn't just that thing that like splits open and a cannon comes out of it. But yeah, he ends up looking really cool. I think he ends up becoming one of the members of the Snake villain group. I don't remember the fucking name of it because I'm not huge into Marvel comics, but yeah, he becomes a part of that Snake Syndicate, I guess, whatever, I don't know. But that would have been cool to see. Like he hasn't even hit his final form yet to get all nerdy and sweaty about it. I wanted to see final form Ulysses Claw. So I guess that's not going to happen unless, you know, him dying off screen by being shot by Killmonger didn't happen. Unless they decanonize that. So that sucked. And then him, you know, T'Challa allowing Killmonger, once again, spoilers, to die at the end of Black Panther. He stabs him with the spear, and instead of, you know, healing him up, imprisoning him, showing the rest of Wakanda that, you know, betrayers, usurpers, challengers of the throne will be imprisoned for their negative actions, he goes, nah, I'm just gonna let him die. Why? He's the bad guy. He's the villain. He doesn't get to just, you know, decide his fate. You're the king. You decide his fate. You go, nah, bitch, you don't just get to die and get out of it that quickly. No, you're going to heal up, and you're going to pay for your crimes. You're going to go to goddamn jail. Like, I'm just going to let him die. He doesn't want to be imprisoned. He wants to die. Well, I'm sorry. You're the criminal. You don't get to decide what happens to you. Go the fuck to jail. Do not collect $200. Do not pass go. Go directly to jail. They have the technology. But no, they just let him die. They let 2 of some of the coolest villains that they've had in the cinematic Marvel universe go. They're like, no, good, we're good, we don't need you. You know, I mean, we're totally gonna get Galactus anyways, and Dormammu's up next, so who gives a fuck about these 2 mortals? What? No! Let's see Ultimate Form Ulysses Claw, and let's see Eric Killmonger become the Gold Panther again. Why? Because why the fuck not? That's why. But other than that, it wasn't really too much. to bitch about in the story. Some of the CGI for the commercials and trailers were garbage, but they fixed that up. I think they fixed it up pretty decently in the actual theatrical, viewing of the movie. They looked really rubbery and weird in some of the trailers, but not in the movie. So I'm glad they fixed that, or else I was going to be all like, ah, look, Marvel's CGI is garbage too, but no. No, they fixed it up for the theatrical run, so good on them for that. I really, really like the character of Man-Ape, or Mubaku, or Humbaku, Mabaku. Fucking hell. I'm gonna get fucking ass raped for that one. Someone's gonna be like, oh, you don't know the name of that guy. But at least I didn't call him White Ape. I don't know why you'd call him that. It's Man-Ape. But I guess they didn't want to call him that in this because it's kind of has racist tones to it. Calling a black guy Man-Ape. You're gonna get slapped on the wrist for that one. So that's probably why they didn't throw it in there, even though it's directed by a black guy. So if a black guy wants to call another black guy Man-Ape, I'm sure that's allowed. I'm sure in the social circles no one's gonna give a shit about that. But hey, it's 2018. Everyone's gonna get butthurt over something. This seems like a really ranty video, and I didn't mean it to come across that way. What else? M'Baku was really cool. He's a stand-up dude by the end of the film. He's kind of a dick and challenges T'Challa at the beginning, and you're like, oh wow, this guy is like a really belligerent, in-your-face kind of alpha male type dude. And later on, you're like, oh, he's got a sense of humor. Oh, and he's coming to help, the Dora Milaje and T'Challa out. Sweet. Okay, cool. So it kind of sets up for the scenes you see in the trailer for Infinity War, so that's kind of cool. What else? Oh yeah, the end credits is pretty neat too. It has T'Challa speaking on behalf of the Wakandan nation to the people, the global boardroom meeting thing, and he's like, yeah, we're gonna be giving you motherfuckers some vibranium, and we're gonna be helping all the other nations, and we're gonna branch out a little bit, and we're gonna stop being so secretive. And it's kind of funny because one of the assholes in the crown or the other nation representatives like, what has a bunch of farmers from Africa got to offer the rest of us world? It's like, oh my god. I don't know if that's racist or belligerent or prejudiced or what, but man, someone's gonna smack that guy upside the back of his head for that comment. But T'Challa plays it off cool. He just gives him this like sly little grin like, oh buddy, oh motherfucker, you're gonna know what's up soon because we got some shit for you, son. So that's kind of funny. That kind of like little smirk at the end was nice. And if you actually stuck around for the credits, once again, spoilers, man, spoilers. If you stuck around for the credits, there is a nice little one-off scene with Bucky Barnes popping out of a tent, looking around like, so that happened. Cool. And then the Shuri, T'Challa's sister. Pretty sure it's Shuri. Seems wrong to me. Anyways, she's talked to him and she's like, yeah, now that we've got you all fixed up, there's still a whole bunch for you to learn and know about. So then that also kind of leads into the Infinity trailer, if you've seen it. So that's kind of cool. There's no soul gem, by the way. There's no soul stone in this movie, so don't look for that. He does go over to like the soul world or whatever and talks to his dad, and Killmonger talks to his dad. And there's a nice little touching scene there. I'm trying to think of like any other really cool scenes in there. Can't. It was pretty good. Also, bringing your kids to the movie theater when they're really young is also kind of distracting. My youngest decided to act up a teeny bit and didn't want to stay seated and was running all over the place and dropped his soother down and he's trying to grab it. Yeah, probably not the greatest idea. So I was a little bit distracted to the movie, and if anyone who's in that theater who is distracted by my son, I apologize. He's normally really good, So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. This time he decided to act up halfway through, and the wife had to escort him outside. But for the most part, it was a really good experience. I definitely say go check it out. I don't feel it deserves 100% fresh on Rotten Tomatoes, because there's definitely been better Marvel movies out there. But with the cultural significance this movie has, of course it's gonna, rack up the 100%, or people are gonna try and justify the 100% fresh rating. Deservedly so, I guess, in that aspect. Sort of like how Wonder Woman deserved a 100% fresh in that regards. Not because of it just being a movie or a comic book movie, but because of what it stood for in society as being like one of the top leading female-led superhero movies, and this one being that for top leading black superhero movies. So I guess they both have their merits socially and culturally, but as a movie, as a superhero movie, I don't believe either of them deserve 100%. I would, honestly, if I was to give this percentage out of 100, I'd give Black Panther maybe a 70, maybe a 75 out of 100. Because honestly, Spider-Man Homecoming was probably more enjoyable for me. Civil War is probably more enjoyable for me. Justice League was definitely a more enjoyable film to me than Black Panther, and we saw how that did with the critics and an audience. But hey, go check it out, go see it. Still really fun and enjoyable. Not really so much superheroing in a superhero movie, more of a king of a nation trying to deal with usurpers of the throne and challengers of the throne, and the politics of his nation, and what to do with the resources, with a cat suit thrown on him in the middle of it, and maybe a little bit of a car chase scene, and a fight the bad guy who turns into basically a different colored palette swap clone of him. But you all should know how I feel about palette swapped, same powered superhero versus supervillain. Like, they need to get over that. They need to stop doing that in film. Like the Flash, the Reverse Flash. Fucking Captain America, Winter Soldier, other superpowered super soldier. The Hulk, the Abomination. Stop it with the clones or the mirrored versions of the character. Come up with someone who can, verse the hero with a power that's not exactly the same as theirs, without a suit that's almost exactly the same as theirs, with the opposite, color scheme. It's insane. I don't know why I have the sniffles right now. I don't have a cold. Anywho, that's my review of the Black Panther. Basically turned into a Black Panther rant. Probably because I just chugged a extra large triple before I did this, and was already kind of ranting with the wife about the aspects of this movie before I filmed this review. So give me a little bit of a pass there, a little bit of a sugar and caffeine hype right now. Hopefully you enjoy it. Let me know if you've seen it in the comment section below. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to link in the description box. Maybe just my usual social media links. And that's it for now. Hope you enjoyed this Nerd Corner review of Black Panther. Go see the damn movie. Let me know what you think of it if you've seen it. For Glory, for the Rebellion, Caffeinator out.